What's up, everybody? It's Brandy.
Hey, what up? It's Xavier.
And we're the Rooted Love team. So we're coming to you today with a video because we want to talk about where we've been, what's been going on with us. We know there's a lot of questions that everyone has, like, what happened, where we are, what's going on, what are we doing. So we wanted to clear the air and talk about it all.
Yeah, so we started in 2017 from our kitchen, and we were helping a lot of people. It was exciting, and we started with one client, and it grew to over 300 in less than a year. And it was a cool experience. One person came to us at one point and said, "Hey, you keep talking about these smoothies. I keep seeing you make all these smoothies. I want to try them." We made her 6 smoothies, and she lost 4 pounds in 3 days. And that changed our mindset about what we were doing and what we really wanted to do. We were in the gym helping people, training people, and then we decided it's time to start utilizing this, as this is obviously a gift. We need to start using this.
Yeah. We started growing rapidly in 2017. In November of 2017, we got a food truck. We were very happy and blessed to have grown to that point to be able to manifest a food truck. So we got that in San Antonio of November 2017, and it was November, so it was the winter time. It was extremely hard to start running a food truck, especially in Texas. So we created this 21-day challenge in December of 2017, and we launched it in January, which really kicked off. Everyone loved it. Sales were, climbing every month, January, February, March, April. We were hitting our all-time highs. Everything was going great. We made it past the first round of Shark Tank. We were so excited. And then in May, something very tragic happened.
Yeah, my mom died on May 3rd. Something that we didn't see coming. Not that she wasn't sick, not that she had been sick for years, but I definitely didn't see the fact that she was going to die at this time in my life. That's something that we tried to avoid. We went and cooked for her, tried to cook her meals every day, tried a couple of different things to try to get her on board to the way of life that we choose to live, to drink smoothies and heal herself. Unfortunately, she didn't necessarily see that for herself and see that that was something that would work. She trusted the doctors more than she trusted us. That's not a shot at me. I don't take it personally. It's just something that how she grew up. A lot of people think that that's the way to go, and they don't think that drinking smoothies and eating a plant-based diet can reverse heart disease, but it can, and it's been proven to in so many different ways and so many different people, just not in her life. And so unfortunately we were not able to save her, but our goal is to save as many other moms as possible. So she did pass away on May 3rd, and then at that point we decided to go to California for a week to visit.
Yes, so we needed to clear our heads. Obviously, this is very traumatic experience. I myself have lost my dad, so I understand losing a parent. So we were working like crazy. So we decided that we were going to take a trip to California. And when we took this trip, it was only for about a week, 5 to 7 days. And so everything went great. And we met a whole bunch of people. We had a meeting with a girl who is now our manager. And this is what led us to move to California, because that one meeting led to another meeting. And so we were down there to clear our heads, but we were still working. And so we decided that we were open to the idea to moving to California. And then after going to God, and our lease was up in May, and so timing just seemed right. It seemed like the right thing to do. Like I said, we had got the food truck in November, and I mean, in Texas, food trucks, they just aren't that successful, especially here in Dallas. Like in Austin, it's different, but in Mansfield, I can't even say Dallas, we were in Mansfield, food trucks aren't even allowed. So we were having to go through all of these hurdles, and we decided that after talking to God, that it was the right thing to do. You know, like I said, we had a manager, things were lining up, it seemed like a great idea, so we were like, let's jump, let's take the risk, we'll go out there, we'll work our food truck, and then we'll, you know, gain a lot of money and possibly come back to Texas to open up our restaurant. But unfortunately, things did not go as planned.
Yeah, like Brittany was saying, we went to California, seeing all these food trucks doing great, seeing all these vegan businesses doing great. The food was good, but it wasn't as good as we produce at home. So we had a lot of confidence thinking that we could do this. We could definitely do this. And this wasn't the first time we had made big risk in our business. We started off with a big risk. We didn't, like I said, we started with one client and making smoothies, but I didn't tell you we gave her the 6 smoothies in our personal pitcher. We didn't even have enough money for cups. We didn't have enough money to start this business. Somebody came after praying about if we should do this business. Somebody came and gave us the money to be able to start this business. And it would be a lot of days where we would get 4 or 5 sales, and that would just be enough to pay our bills. And then we would be back to zero, but we still had to produce the packages for these people who ordered. We would end up going to the grocery store on faith, just praying that the money would be there once we got to the grocery store. And once we got in line to check out, and lo and behold, the money would be there. And that's how we were running our business, and people didn't know this. This was happening on a daily basis where we were just running off faith. And so this wasn't the first time we took a big risk. We were doing this on an everyday basis. Sometimes when God sends you somewhere, though, some things are for a test, and everything is not supposed to just work out the way it's supposed to work out. And going to California, we found this out.
Yep, the hard way.
Yeah.
So California. Whew, the way to California was literally just as much of a struggle as living in California was.
For sure. So on the way, we were thinking we were going to have time to pay our tax bill. That was the thing that was due right before we left. And we went and talked to the Texas comptroller. They told us we would be able to make payments. And then right before we left, they seized all of our income. If you don't know what seized all of our income means, is they took all the money out of our account and we could no longer use the account. So now we're down to $0 with a decision to go to California in the next couple of days, and not just go, but live there.
Yes, and as you all know, California is much more expensive than Texas. However, you make more, so it's not that, it's just it balances it out. So we still decided to go to California because we knew that we would make the money we needed to make in order to live there. We knew that we would start with the ground running, and you know, with having people already in place there to help us, like our manager, as we talked about, we knew that it would be okay. We'd be all right. We were going to sell our packages at a higher rate to fit the cost of living. So we still decided to go because we're risk takers. We know nothing ventured is nothing gained. So we heard God. You know, God told us to go, and we didn't want to be disobedient to God. We fully made this decision with a conscious mindset. It was well thought out and well planned. It's just plans don't always go as planned.